Can I go in again? Yes. I'm here again. Okay. So I'm missing stuff. So let's first go over there. Because there might be another hidden thing there. Wait, what? That wasn't... Okay, I'm opening those, okay. Don't go into that weird dream sequence. No! Don't do the weird dream sequence, I just want to step in. I don't want to relive the end. I want to see what's hidden in those rooms, if there's a card hidden there. Oh, come on. Stop it. Do I have to listen to that bullshit again? Okay. This tells me there's no thing up here. Secrets. Oh, a lot of secrets. Oh, okay. Let's look at the secrets in a moment. After I save, return to main menu and start the game again. And hopefully don't go, I'm not stuck up there. Just wake up at the clock. Please, yes, okay. So I assume there's no card hidden up there. So I don't know where the other cards would be hidden. Isn't that great? But we got, like, the secret section too. Check out the King in Red's chamber. A room of true horror exists in the twisted dark heart of the mansion. An ancient man, his body broken, ravaged by the atrocities he has endured, hangs suspended in a chamber that forces breath into and out of his lungs. Surrounding him are 7 mirrors showing him the murders of the guests throughout the mansion. With every death, the man weeps tears of blood. When the tank is full, a nightmare engine rains the blood down over his mansion, starting the same hellish day all over again. He is the near-mindless source of power that fuels the endless day of the Sexy Brutale. This is the Thoronuma of the King in Red. The secret haven, hidden away in the mansion's gardens, is the tiny cottage where the Marquis and his wife would spend their time together when not planning and organizing the hectic and draining schedule of the mansion. It was a solace for both of them, and the more time the Marquis spent there, the more he longed to retreat from the demands of the mansion and its stress, to spend more time with his wife, preparing for a new life as a growing family. It cannot go on. The room of old habits. You found me again, eh? You dared lock me away. I've missed you, old friend. I will rip you apart. The adventures we got up to together. You were mine. Don't you miss those days? Your rage and joy was nectar. Let's play around together. I will only need one. I know there's so much to think about, to catch up on. Give in. It's all so easy. Just deal the card, deal the card. Spin the wheel. I will never let you leave. It will be just like old times. Come closer. These chains really aren't necessary. Come closer. Fire raging throughout the mansion. How did this come to be? Where is this? Can it be real? There must be a path through the flames, a way to fight past this hellish, burnished nightmare to a better place on the other side. That is what the storybooks teach us, surely, that past every great trial in the green fields of success and happiness, then let us forge onwards. Let us push through the pain in the blind hope that somehow, in some way, a better world awaits. The Marquis was not a religious man, not in his youth at least, but his wife was, and the Marquis cherished her. He originally built the chapel as a gift for Eleanor, then over the years found himself spending more and more of his free moments in quiet contemplation here. Whenever he had a difficult decision to make, it was here that the Marquis would sit and think. He felt increasing guilt over the fact that he had also used the construction of the stained glass window as a particularly devious cover for one of his most closely guarded secrets. The planning room. It's covered in sketches, diagrams, and notes with a scale replica of the Sexy Brutale mansion on the table. The model shows every fireplace in the mansion marked clearly with a flag. Pieces of clockwork mechanisms and volatile-looking substances are scattered around. It appears that the Marquis and Reginald Sixpence were collaborating on a secret project together. To what end? To what purpose? Welcome to my home, old friend, or should I say our home? It feels good to finally be able to speak face to face, where the gold mask does somewhat get in the way, but we've always understood each other, haven't we, Thanos? No, I'm afraid it's me who has been leaving you these little notes. It's always been me. I built this place brick by brick, sweat, tears and blood. I'm glad you are here in a way, to see where it all began, or where it all ended. It can all be yours, it can all be ours. After all, what else is left, old friend? In his youth, Lafcadio Boone was a gambler and casino owner, much like the Marquis, but in his older years he renounced his indulgent lifestyle and turned to religion. How the two first met is unclear, but over the years they became firm friends, and Lafcadio had always been something of a guide and mentor to Lucas. When trying to cope with the pain and loss of his family, the pain that ultimately created the mansion's never-ending loop, Lucas imagined himself as Lafcadio, drawing what little solace he could from his old friend's faith and strength. Lucas Bonds, a wild and erratic gambler, Lucas's addiction brought him to the brink of ruin and madness before fortune smiled on him, making him rich beyond his wildest dreams. He created the Sexy Brutale casino mansion, but as costs mounted and his priorities changed, he sought a way to escape, resulting in the criminal deaths of those he had dearest and destroying everything he was or dreamt of. Over the decades that passed, Lucas has relived the consequences over and over, unsure whether death or life in torment was his correct punishment. Perhaps now, finally, manifest love in his wife's memory has allowed this old man some peace in his final days. Eleanor met Lucas through her uncle, Reginald Sixpence. Originally she was enraptured by his flair and charm, but as the two fell in love, Lucas grew came to rely on her grace and judgment in almost all challenges they faced together. When Eleanor became pregnant, everything changed for Lucas, and he began to look for ways to provide a secure future for the both of them. Her death and that of their unborn child unmade Lucas's life. Their memory is pure agony to him, but he also knows that she would not want him to suffer forever. The events of the Sexy Brutale were born from the impossible conflict between these two states of mind. The bloody girl is the manifest memory of Lucas's wife Eleanor. His wife brought purest joy to Lucas, but knowing that he caused her death is white-hot, impossible grief and agony. The bloody girl has been trapped in the mansion all the years that Lucas has tormented himself. To look upon her torture with every detail of her suffering impossible to forget, etched across every part of her face and body. But within her memory is the seed of forgiveness. Lucas knows deep down that she would still want him, one day, to be able to move on and live a life, so not everything of worth was lost on that one terrible night. And Deuteronomy bound. The gold skull. The man in the gold skull mask is the terrible aspect of Lucas that never wishes for him to forgive himself. In his mind, the mansion has been created to keep the tortured memories of everyone fresh and alive. In this way, Gold Skull believes that he honors them as best he can, by never allowing them to be forgotten and never allowing him, Lucas, the Marquis, to forgive himself and move on with his life. Gold Skull has ruled the mansion in Lucas's mind for decades, and only in the most recent of times has the love of Eleanor, as the bloody girl, made the tiniest crack in the nightmare prison he has created. Gold Skull's will shapes the mansion, but the raw power to impose his vision is drawn from a deeper, darker well, the King in Red. Okay, what else are we missing? A lot of the guests. It's two things in the casino, which we just need to walk in, not the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the mansion, one of which is a card. 1, 2, 3 in the music rooms. 1, 2 in the theater. Nothing here. 1 here, which is a playing card. Okay, 2 playing cards are missing that will unlock something, which are named playing cards, which is the thing I'm looking for, because I can look it up where they are if I can't find them on my own. But the other one I can't. But I can't look closer into which playing cards I found. Can I now go into these rooms where the others are? Or I can just ignore them. Hi, number 2. Let me go over here. This is one of the rooms I'm pretty certain we have an X to pull. No, let's go to the brochure. Heaven Hell Staircase. Ah, we're done here. The basement is only an Ace of Hearts. Okay. 2 things in the theater, so let's go towards the theater, which is... what's the fastest way? From here to the theater. Right, up, right. Okay. I assume the doors are not burning anymore. Yeah, okay. Which lets me... ah, that's the wrong one. Maybe some of the bodies have cards after their death, and I may not have spoken to every one of the other guys. Can I go in here now? Or do I need to find the key again? No, I don't. Okay, that's good. Get the cards, all the cards. Yeah, but can I look up which cards? Oh, that's so bullshit. If I'm missing one card at the end, I'm not able to find it because I don't know which card it is, so I can't look it up. So several rooms at the casino. One would pretty sure certainly be this room, but doesn't seem interesting enough. So let's go over here. No X? But this one certainly. Apparently not. This one was somewhat special. Ah, that was the key code, yeah. How many are we missing in the casino? 2 rooms, other than the camera room, which I already have. So one of them is that room. We can do this faster by making this room empty out faster. This is also a room that would strike me for an X. What do you want from me? There's something here. There's more to the chapel than I knew. I should have guessed. Look for where you can use your power. See through the facade to the truth behind. What? Okay, if I save them again, time just resets. Great! Let's go to the spider room. Let's just advance the time to 8. Okay, he's still in there, but I think she's already dead. It can't be. Clay, help! I don't know where. I can't find. Where's the door? Oh, God, please, Clay, I need you. Oh God, I have never seen this, but here the both the bodies. Oh no, what? My hair, what? Clay? Okay, now the big spider comes. What that noise? Oh please, it can't be, this can't be happening. Oh God, what is it? Get away, get away, get away, please, please, I'm scared. Clay, ah! We haven't seen this scene before. Can't go in now. Is this forever blocked or not? Is this forever blocked? Because I wanted to look at both bodies. She's still looking at me. Okay, she's not dead yet. She does make another sound. Could you please kill her already? Music has gone away, but okay. Can you please let me go inside? Now she's dead. I have like half an hour to search both bodies. Lily pads, palm trees, golden surely. It's slashed over, cuts are so deep the bone is showing. An invitation in the silk. This room I remember. Cuts are so deep the bone is showing. Okay, so that's not how we get her invitation though. Okay, then let's have it reset. But we got one more invitation out of this. And we already have clays. So, did we already get Willow's invitation? Perhaps. Trinity Carrington. The blind artist Trinity Carrington is one of the most gifted sculptors in the world. The Marquis saw one of her statues while visiting a church with another of the guests in the mansion and tracked her down to create the carvings that decorate the Sexy Brutale. The elegance of her work is quite at odds with her wicked sense of humor and complete disregard for rules. She was caught cheating at cards using her extraordinary sense of touch and hearing, but this delicate situation introduced her to her future husband, head of security Claire Rookridge, so she considered herself a winner regardless. And yeah, Clay, we got Clay already. Okay, then let's zoom up to 8 again so that we can have the main casino room scanned for our X power. Oh. Yeah, I didn't read that. Marquis had a particular fascination with exotic, colorful and above all venomous creatures. He created this tropical room to house some of his most beautiful and dangerous specimens. In addition to using their toxins to flavor and spice the drinks he served at the mansion, a practice which thrilled and delighted as many guests as it horrified, he enjoyed nothing more than walking through this room, knowing that a careless step or misplaced touch could end his life. He kept the room safe under lock and key, but there were whispered rumors among the staff of a horrific creature growing unchecked in the sweltering darkness. So now let's... Oh, there might be a really good remix of this song. It's such a good song by itself already. Now we need to wait till Clay dies. I think that will be late. Let's go around this room to find out whether... okay. Okay. Please no more, your arc is running out, yeah. Man, that's kinda creepy. Okay, we have to wait here. This is a complete oversight in the game. If you only have the 4 and 8 reset points, nothing should happen at like 11 o'clock, so that you have barely time to go into a room. Oh, that wasn't the last drink. That's the poison drink, the next one. Come on. Where am I? I win one. Celebration shot, and now he dies. Let me go inside. Not sure if I checked everything else. Suspiciously colored fluid. Knowledge of this place floods your mind. Enormous screens shows free mood-setting film. Yeah, what was this? Tables arranged like barrels in a revolver. Poison vomit has eaten through the table and the floor. Okay. What do we get? Last one in the casino center. The most famous game of cards ever had to Sexy Brutale was between Alexander Minsky the Cruel, a Russian diamond magnate, and Big Mac Rockefeller, a Texan oil baron. Cameras were installed to show the game, ostensibly for the other guests' enjoyment, but also to prevent cheating on the part of either of these two notorious liars. In later years, the cameras were installed throughout the rest of the casino so that any game or room could be shown on this monitor. The original game ended, by the way, in neither a win or loss, but rather in a fist fight, which saw both men disbarred from the casino for a year. Okay. The theater. Next. Haven't been to the theater for a while. Where do these two door lead? Okay, that's the one bar over there. And that goes directly into the place where I can rewind time if I want to. Or forward time. Yeah, 1X, 1Z. One escape, one brochure. Let's read about the main room of the theater. The theater waiting room. The theater waiting room was created to allow visitors to the Theatre Brutale, an area to relax and prepare for the show. The ticket booth is purely for creating souvenirs. No guest of the mansion ever paid for an event, despite some of the most exotic and unique shows in the world going on stage here. In recent years, the Marquis was increasingly impressed within immersive theater, and was even planning some shows that would potentially incorporate the entire mansion and take place over hours or even an entire day. like the one we're in right now. And the other room that I'm pretty sure about is the main room. Yeah. And I remember about the main room. The Theatre Brutale is one of the jewels in the crown of the Sexy Brutale. It has hosted countless plays and features some of the most extravagant and involved sets ever created. The Marquis has always been a particular fan of escapology, and the current setup on the stage is for a particularly dramatic but fairly simple death-defying feat. Even though it is meticulously rehearsed, the spikes and electricity involved are very real. In addition to his love for the traditional plays and acts of escapism, the Marquis was also increasingly interested in immersive theatre and one day wanted to plan an interactive event that would include the entire mansion. Yeah, we had that, so let's go forward to 8, watch them die. Okay, now we need to wait again to shake their bodies in a moment. Do we have the things for Grey or his friend already? Neither Grey nor Red. Okay. Who has and that's Willow. Okay, so we need to go to the guest rooms. Ah, she was hanging there, yes. I assume maybe we didn't find a secret because we didn't see like someone interacting with something. That might be a thing that we're missing, where we're missing a card. But I don't know where that might be in the end. Oh, they're dying really late and then the 12-hour thing is almost over. I'll get you out, I promise, and then he dies. No, Red, don't! No. Can't interact with him because we can't go there. And now it takes an eternity for them to die in there. Oh god. Like right now. You should be dead now. You're not dead, are you? Are you fucking kidding me? You're dead. How long are you taking to bleed out? Oh, so brutal, but don't despair. We have to wait until the thing lifts. He's exactly as he should be. He's up there. Why can't I go up here? And he just died now. Wow. Up close, red, something pocket. Okay. Though his brother Clay was the prizefighter in the family, it was never in dispute that Red was simply in a different league when it came to sheer physical power. But Red never had any interest in conflict. His skillful musician's hand and imposing stature helped make him an extraordinary and popular head croupier at the Sexy Brutale. At the party this year, he is accompanying Grayson on his search for one of the Marquis' treasures. Red might not approve of the plan, but he would follow Grayson to the ends of this world and the next. Yeah, we need to go in there. Now wait, is there another one? I only see the thing. Don't really see a thing to interact with to get Just got Grayson's invitation to get Red's invitation then. But let's go underground in the theater part that's underground, which is up there, which we need to go to from here. That's by taking the elevator down or using one of the porters. Where's the next portal? Where are we? We're here. That's not a portal, that's a thing. Did we crush that yet? Yeah, that was after the screaming girl. There's a thing. Let's take the portal and then go to the portal that leads to downstairs, which I don't know which one it is. I think this is the door leading to the portal room. Perhaps? Painting something on the wall. Stone fireplace is cold. There was a cart inside. Chest still an ornament. Can still go in. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's attune to that other thing over here. So if we need a setback, we can do it. Also, that's very close to a working mirror. Wait, we already need to advance the clock time to 8. Because that's the nearest clock we have. So let's do it here, 8. Also, we need to wait at that place for the burnt body of the one guy to appear. Thanos. Because Orum's body is upstairs, but Thanos' body is downstairs here. Oh, we're not so bad on time here. Where does the right one go? Oh, we could have had such an easier entrance. But whatever, we are now set for another grand thing. Did I think I looked at everything in those. Not now. There's a real possibility to die if I go out there now. That's the electrocution of Grayson. So about 1 hour waiting until we can see whether Red has left us something. It takes some time until his mask disappears because he's like, chapter's shut, there's no way back up from this side. No. Are you fucking kidding me? How am I getting his invitation then? Let's see and wait until the fire goes away. Which should be between 11:15 and 11:30, like right now. It's shut. Great. But now let's wait for Thanos' body to appear at 11:30 down here. Whose other things do we still miss? We're still missing Aurum also. Haven't I searched his body? Perhaps I didn't. So I'm missing the witch. I'm missing... Wait, Red Rock Ridge? I thought Grayson was the one who was... Okay, maybe I got them both confused. But these two are Aurum and Thanos. And we need to wait for 3 hours here. Uh-huh. And you have your invitation. His body is charred beyond recognition. That was late in the day. Wow, Thanos Goretsky. The Blueprint Prince. Master Architect Thanos Goretsky is one of the great minds behind some of the most ingenious features of the Sexy Brutale. He and many of the other guests of the mansions have worked together over the years to create hidden features of works of art throughout the building. His knowledge of the mansion is unparalleled, but even he is not privy to all the Marquis' secrets, and something has been troubling him about the behavior of the staff. Thanos has attempted to leverage his knowledge of little-known pathways to get to the truth, but it has not worked out as he would hope. So we're missing 3, which is the witch, which I have interacted with her body, which is Grayson, whose body I cannot reach, and Aurum, whose body I have interacted with, so I don't know where to get those invitations. And we're still missing a few things. Let's see, nothing in the casino, nothing in the bar. Guest rooms. Unknown power. King of spades, unknown power, unknown power, unknown power. So let's go to the guest rooms next. Maybe we'll find something there. And also the music rooms. Okay, that's all with the unknown power. Let's go to the music rooms first then. After resetting. Still missing 3 cards and I have no idea where they might have been. I know there are 2 here. Whatever. Okay, where do I want to go? Yeah, that just doesn't help me. To the music rooms. Yeah, just somewhere which isn't secluded away from everything else. Oh, this is in the theater, that's great. Come on. Oh, that was weird. Wait, wrong direction, we need to go up. So let's go to the music rooms upstairs. It should be easy to find. This was always empty. It starts empty. There's another ghost wandering around. I'm off to Ogre that singer. Okay. What? That was weird. I've never been in here with that guy before. That room has the clock. So I assume what the fuck? Knowledge of this place floods your mind. Pianos beautifully crafted from bones. The stage within the music room wing of the mansion features one of several delicate stained glass mirrors commissioned by the Marquis, designed by the architect genius Thanos Goretsky, and crafted by master goldsmith Aurum Runes. The Marquis created this stage room primarily as a gift to the singer Tequila, who is regarded as a living national treasure due to her extraordinary voice and talent. Whenever Tequila visits the mansion, she has the room entirely at her disposal. She is often accompanied on the piano by Rick Rutridge, ex-head croupier for the Sexy Brutale and an unusually gifted pianist. Which other rooms? So this room should be safe now. We remember this room, yes. What was the instrument pool room? Ah, that was this room, okay. The dressing room was created to allow Tequila and any other performers a private space where they could prepare for any shows, of which there were always many at the Sexy Brutale on any given evening. The area was originally another room for displaying instruments and other items from musical history, but these were all hastily stored and locked away in an adjacent storage room. A laundry chute allowed for changes of clothes to be quickly processed by staff, but in later years the room below was converted into an exotic butterfly house, and so the chute fell out of use entirely. It may, however, still be connected, not that anyone would put anything down it, of course. Okay, not here, but... okay, this room is not safe now. This screams X. No, it doesn't. Okay, we're first time seeing you on your way. La la la, la la la. I'm singing better than her. Almost. At least. So it must be this room over here. Knowledge of this place floods your mind. The band room. The band room was another practice room for any of the guests or entertainers at the mansion to make free use of. It was actually most popular with several members of staff who had their own full house club band that would frequently play during the masked balls each year. It was a little known secret that many members of the house staff were musicians who actually came to serve at the Sexy Brutale for the sole reason for gaining access to the treasure trove of instruments that the Marquis had accumulated. More valuable even than the instruments, however, is the opportunity to talk and learn from the extraordinary caliber of musicians who visit the mansion. Guest rooms next. Still missing 5 rooms in the guest rooms. So need to go this way, go left, go down. There's a thing next to the fireplace. Is huge. Fire's roaring. Whatever. The guest rooms. Go. Tequila's room. Tequila Belle and Willow Blue always had a room reserved for them when they visited the mansion. Despite the Marquis' best efforts, Tequila never wanted any particular luxury lavished on her. She only needed a place to sleep and access to the breakfast stage. But this year she has been a little disappointed by a patch of rising damp in her room, and to top it off, she has noises at night. It sounds like dark secrets whispered in her ear, making it hard for her to sleep or dream without images of terrible visions coming at her from deep cold places. Yeah, that's because there's an aquarium with the demon fish on the other side of that wall. And this is now not Tequila's but Willow Blue's room. The Marquis met Willow when he traveled to the deep swamps of the south looking for a truly special gift for his wife, a mythical juju guppy. He found Willow selling antiques in a tiny shop where every piece on display was more macabre and fantastical than the last, as if she had a second sight that allowed her to see the stories behind the artifacts. Willow now searches out unique and misunderstood curios for the Marquis to display in this mansion, and has been given her own room to stay when she returns each time from her travels. This year Willow was horrified to learn the Marquis has finally tracked her on that special gift and is keeping it in the mansion. Do I need to reopen the door the stupid way? Yes, I do. Okay, this room doesn't have the thing. If we want to enter the other room, we have to do another thing here. Yeah. Let's just go through the... What the fuck's going on here? Are you already getting ready to hang yourself? There's a noose on it. What are you doing? We're too lazy to animate that? Developers? She's still officially alive? Appears that way. So we have this here. Let's run off the rooms. Ah shit, I should have done the thing before. She's done now, and we get a bone key. Come on. Fat Hungry Charm. Then we can go for the Sated Hungry Charm over there. Ah, this is a chest that I didn't open. It's the King of Spades. And the King of Spades was apparently about some of the rooms here. We have Grinmaw, Deep Demon, Master Aquarium, and we'll get something painting. Let's assume... that's the normal painting room. So not in the last room here? Just this room already? Okay. I was pretty certain though it would be something around here. Yeah, go over with your animation. And enter the door, please. Because I want to talk to the fish. Well now, Lefcadia Bone, I have something for you. Pass this on to our old friend, won't you? We're not so different, he and I, not so different at all. He spit out something. Candles. Ah, maybe there's something? No, okay. So what did we find here? An invitation. Okay. So we can now read all that stuff. Guests. Willow Blue's invitation. The Marquis knew there was something special about Willow when he first met her in a curiosity shop deep in the swamps. His instincts were correct, though she never speaks of it. Willow Blue discloses that the old families have to royalty. There's a drop of ancient magic in her veins, giving her strange dark gifts that allow her to see what others cannot. The Marquis struck a deal with Willow, engaging her services to seek out unusual artifacts of display in the mansion, but she has deep concerns over one of the more exotic gifts the Marquis has found for his wife. Old as stones, Grinmaw is the true form hiding behind the shiny juju guppy that the Marquis brought for his wife as a gift, completely unaware that the legends were real. One of the true voodoo demons of the deep, Grinmaw, resembles a gigantic anglerfish with a tiny, colorful guppy as the lure on the end of his tether. Only those with second sight can see Grinmaw's true form, but he delights in whispering madness to any who will listen. Willow knew what was really in the tank in the secret chamber and created special candles that would reveal him for a confrontation, but once unmasked he proved to be more powerful than she could have imagined. And a talented artist, Eleanor loved to paint and sculpt. She was, as Lucas liked to say, fond of making a mess. To create her studio here, Eleanor stripped and repainted every inch of the walls by hand, making it forever her own. The many paintings across dimensions are almost exclusively Eleanor's works. She loved to adapt existing styles and put a flippant or unsettling twist on them. The Marquis sealed off the room behind the studio and installed a hidden door behind one of the paintings to create a luxurious chamber for his wife. Realizing that aquariums were an excellent way both to please his wife and show off to his guests, the Marquis wanted to collect only the rarest of fish. The Devil's Hole pupfish is a tiny breed of fish existing solely in one muddy hole in one particular desert. Once every 100 years, a bizarre mutation will manifest and one will grow to an enormous size and display extraordinary coloring. These are known as the Devil's Monarchs. Lucas obtained a government license to own and preserve one of these, much to his wife's delight. However, this is still not quite the rarest or more unusual creature kept in the mansion. What are we missing? We must still be missing one because we had like 2 card blocked ones. So we had the Ace of Hearts still. We're still missing the Ace of Hearts and Grayson and Aurum, and I don't know where we'll find any of those. So Grayson and Aurum's cards, as well invitations, as well as the Ace of Hearts cards. And I think I will look those up, where to find them, so that we can get the rest of the story. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I looked up what I'm missing. As you know, I'm missing 2 cards and 2 invitations, and I'm not too down on having had to look that up, because 2 of those things I could have found organically and should have thought about, and 2 of those things, no chance. I would have stumbled around like hours. So let's do one of the weird things first. Which is, we take the Hungry Charm. Wherever we do that, I have no idea. And how we would be able to know that. But what we're doing with it is not what's supposed to be done with the Hungry Charm, but something else. So after charging that thing, we're going to go down towards the bar. I'm already moving, but the map hasn't loaded. Which is the bar over here? Yeah, no, there's someone here. And then we need this. Then also we need to go over here. Hi guy. No, don't get caught now. Don't get caught now. No, not escape to go. Let's scroll forward to 4 p.m. And then let's go over there. We will need the sated hungry charm in a moment. How much time do we have? Okay, now we have to wait for a bit. I'm gonna skip you on that. And we'll see us when he comes in here. So now we see him come in here, where he sees the things moving around. And here, this ghost. He's stealing something from him. And that's the thing that I didn't notice the first time around when we saw this part. And I wouldn't have come back for it if I hadn't read it. So now we can speak to that guy. Oh, that's quite the gross skull thing you have there. Let's do a trade for this thing I found on the large gentleman who was passing through here. And that's the invitation. How would I come up with that? I have no idea. Aurum Runes is descended from a family of master goldsmiths. As a younger man, Aurum worked tirelessly in the forges, smelting with methods of his own devising. He created hardened steels for the most challenging industrial designs, as well as inventing delicate filigree techniques no one could match. Fumes from a particularly demanding project aggravated a dormant medical condition, but Aurum was able to create a specialized welding mask to monitor his heart rate. Aurum is responsible for many of the most exquisite pieces of art and engineering throughout the mansion. Okay, that's Aurum's invitation. So then let's move on over here. Where was that other room? Let's first show you what happened on my first playthrough of this room. So from this balcony we should be able to access one room. I don't know if it's the left or the right one. No, it's the right one. So this fireplace is on fire. And that's also what happened to me when I first came to this room. But if we go in before a certain time, this takes half an hour to go there again. Yeah. This fireplace isn't yet lit, and we get the 9 of Hearts. And that's the thing you have to read up, because you can't go through the mansion shaking every place at every time. That's just rude. That's just rude misbehavior of the game. Okay, those are the two that I didn't have a thing pointing me directly at it. Oh, that was... I wanted to go towards the other place. I should have gone another way. Now I have to go back up again. Because we need to use the mirrors to go to the other part. Because we can't use the elevator. Because one of the things is in the basement. But let's first go for the other thing, which is not here. Let's do the mirror basement stuff next time. Let's go towards the chapel. Let's do a thing in the chapel which I should have thought about from the very beginning. And I even did think about it, but I didn't have the power for it. I think we're too late, but let's check. Yep, this room is already occupied. Because I already did what I'm about to do now, but I did it without having the requisite power, and at the end of the game I didn't remember that I wanted to try that, but that's one of the first things I tried. Namely, what happens if I go to the safe before he is going to the safe, and now I have the open safe ability. Which gets me this invitation. Let's go out of here so we don't get caught. And let's read that invitation, which is Grayson Grayson's, the Lightfinger locksmith. Grayson was bluntly an uncommonly good common thief in his youth. He was involved in several fairly high-profile burglaries, but was eventually caught when his swagger outgrew sense, as Grayson puts it. That's not a sentence. But was eventually caught when his swagger outgrew sense, as Grayson puts it. What? That's not a sentence! Whatever. After his stay in prison, voluntary, I could always have picked the lock. The Marquis contacted Grayson and requested that he provide security for the mansion. Grayson did so in spades, kickstarting a security business at the same time. The Marquis liked to tease Grayson about his past and would purchase items of great value to hide in the mansion, including, it seems, the treasure that Grayson was arrested for going in the first place. Let's look at the map. Where's this place's mirror? This place doesn't have a mirror. Okay, let's go to the nearest mirror. Still don't know what happens if I get caught. I'm not eager to find out. But we now need to go into the basement. For that we need to use the right mirror, which I don't know which one it is. I think it's the one in the upper right room. Ah, I could have gone through the bar also. Not through the bar, through the theater. But I think it's this mirror. Yes, perfectly. Let's set ourselves to the watch of this place. So if something goes wrong, we can start here. So this is the other thing I could have thought about. that I didn't do anything in that room, and there was blatantly a card, and I just did forget about the room. Because I couldn't do anything in that room originally. Should be that room, judging by the map. Yeah, here. This bridge wasn't closed yet because we didn't have all the cards that built the bridge, which is an interesting mechanic. And we get this as last card, the Ace of Hearts, which should unlock one more entry in here about the basement, which is the card room. A gambler's paradise or a gambler's hell. This room is dizzying. One moment there is a sense of elation followed by abject despair. Every moment swings from one extreme to the other like the turning of a card. The effect overwhelms the senses, absorbing every moment of consciousness. You feel an entire life could be lived feeling this way, swinging from a high to a low and back again and again and again. But what would that really be any life at all? As you think these thoughts, a deep chuckle, rich and welcoming, echoes through your skull. You recognize the voice without knowing it all. And we now have, as should be shown in progress, all invitations and all cards. For getting all invitations, we just get backstory, but for getting all cards, we get additional dialogue, I think, with the guy who wanted me to collect all the cards. The embodiment of Lucas's gambling addiction. And I want to speak to that guy. For that I'm going to go the other way out of here. And we're now going to the door that we opened with the key of the old habits, which should be here. And that's the last thing we will do in this post-game completionism episode. Ah, Lucas, I've been so lonely. You brought me all my cards. You know there was always another option. You didn't need to choose. You could have chosen not to choose. Gold Skull, Bloody Girl, Red King, Steph, Guests. Ha! Forget them. Forget the pain and suffering. Come back to me. Forget them all. Just play, Boone. Lose yourself in the game. I will take care of you. I gave you this mansion. I will help you. I loved you long before any of them, and you loved me. Let me help you. Just take a card. And we're going back to our gambling addiction. Didn't it... Oh, I have only one direction to go in. Ah, they're all here again. Pretty spiritly, eh, Boone? Reckon you could match this? Ha, I doubt it, old friend. I left Kayo, what a party. I hardly know what to do with myself. You know, I can't even remember why I was so worried about a little fish. This is good if he's good to be here. Boone, you sly old dog, come join in. Can't believe the Marquis was keeping the Moloch egg from me the whole time. Lafcadia took me an age to learn this, Grant. I've been working hard. Thank you again for helping me to save him. Maybe one day I'll tell him. Ha, never mind. Lafcadia, isn't this perfect? What more could any of us want? Thank you so much. We don't have to think of what's next. There's just now. Just this moment, forever and ever. Laffy, well, if it ain't a relief to let someone else handle the music and just let my hair down. You seen this man move? I gotta watch my heart rate, but you also gotta live, man. Did you ever head down that creepy elevator, man? Seems like we were kinda confused and worried about Lucas, but look how well this all turned out. I'm so happy to be alive, Katie. I get the feeling that it's somehow you're doing. Hey, Katie, old boy, get down with your bad self. Don't tease. It feels good to cut loose though. Yeah, everyone's happy now because the stained glass window fit us light through from the outside. everyone's happy now because we are now just ending the nightmare because of selfish reasons. And we'll go back to our wife in the house in the garden. Yeah, and that was the alternate ending, which I didn't like as much as the main ending, but we got to speak to everyone again. So that was quite alright. Okay. See you tomorrow with Unworthy. Have a nice day.